Good morning. Welcome to USQ Cup 2024. My name is Carlton Clinkscales. I will be the commentator for this lovely game between UCLA and Boston. And there they go. Brooms up. And just like that, we are getting underway. And it looks like UCLA has the quad ball. They are turning it over, and now Boston has it. So UCLA with their first possession. It looks like a missed shot at the hoops. Now they're coming on up. So keeper for Boston would be number 9, Ethan Dillon, taking the ball up the middle, coming across. Throwing to the left to number 13, Sebastian Zacks. Back to the right, where Dillon is the keeper, going on over. Got the chaser on the side, number 3, passing on back. Going back up to the top towards number 3. A little bit of trouble with the quad ball, picked up by number 9, Ethan Dillon. Coming across. Going to number 13, Sebastian Zacks. Driving in up against the Trees defense right now from UCLA. Dropped by the chaser and then picked up by UCLA number 6. All right, so UCLA's keeper number 6 taking it up the middle of the pitch. Slowly coming across as Boston is set up in what looks like a 2-2 defense. 2 quad ball players at hoops, 2 up near the keeper zone line. Coming around and dunks it in. That is a score from number 14 from UCLA. That would be Adrian Perez, as that's the first goal of the game, and UCLA takes an early 10-0 lead. All right, so now we have keeper from Boston, number 9, Dillon, coming across, thrown over to number 3 on the side, looking around with his little beater interaction, tossing it back to the top where number 9 is. Dillon driving, shooting, recovered in the back, shot again. Dillon has it again. It was a near reset, almost went behind the half line. Coming across back to number 3, Dillon is dropped and UCLA recovers. That was a good possession, defensive possession by UCLA there. Let's see what they're going to do on offense as they come across, going back up to the top where number 14, Adrian Perez is. Looking, seeing what options they have. Perez was the first goal scorer, shoots it. It's blocked and shot again, but missed. And Boston will recover the quad ball, and now keeper has it. Boston with a good couple defensive blocks there as the wind pushes down one of the hoops. It is kind of windy right now. Let's see what happens here as Boston comes across. Number 9, Ethan Dillon with the quad ball. Pass to number 13, Sebastian Zacks. Looking, staying to the left, coming back towards the center. Gets pressure from chaser on UCLA. Throws it back behind the hoops. Good catch and in. Look at that. That would be, and we have a stoppage. Let me see if I can get the number real fast of who scored that. That's number 8, Zachary Donofrio with the goal for Boston. So it is now 10-10 tie if the goal stands. We do have a stoppage right now, so let's see what the call is going to be. Our head ref for today is Matt Bateman. Goal is good, know the call, says head ref. So it looks like it will still be 10-10. We are an even game right now. If you're just joining us, this is UCLA versus Boston D2 semifinals at USQ Quadball Cup 2024. There is a little conversation between some of the refs and Boston number 13, Sebastian Zacks. I've been saying Sebastian Zacks, my bad. And it looks like we're all set to go. No penalties, no call. But UCLA looks like they're going to run, and they are. Number 6. Going, Tim Dole goes around, pump fake, and score. So we've traded off goals so far between UCLA and Boston the last 2 possessions. One by number 8, Zach, and then by number 6, Tim Dole on UCLA. So it's currently 20-10 in favor of UCLA. Close game so far as Boston's looking around, trying to score. Answer back, throwing behind hoops, deflected, and taken away. As UCLA is running, number 14 throwing off to number 7, has it, pass it off, falls, and let's see, number 7 recovers, gets pressure, and it's taken away. Taken away by Sebastian, who is pressured again But beater comes in, taps out UCLA's chasers, and Sebastian will pass it off to number 9, Ethan Dillon. Good defensive play there by Boston, preventing the goal there. Boston has another chance to even the score. Number 9, Ethan Dillon, taking the quad ball up the center of the pitch, moving slightly to the right. Looks like UCLA has switched to more of a 2-2 defense with 2 quad ball players at the hoops. Gets around the chaser. Number 13, Sebastian, slips. Uh-oh. Hope everything's all right there. It looks like there will be an injury timeout. We will be right back. Okay, so coming back from that injury timeout, wishing them the best from Boston. Hopefully everything is all right there. So now we're going to come back. Players are returning to their brooms from both sides. UCLA, Boston. The score is currently 20-10 in favor of Boston. Thank you. Oh, sorry, in favor of UCLA. Yes. And UCLA has the quad ball. All right, so here comes UCLA coming on up. Mid-pitch, we have just passed the 4:20 mark of the time, so we're just over 4 minutes. And Number 6 passing over to number 14. Throwing and scoring. That is a goal by number 14, Adrian Perez. That is their second goal of the game. And now Boston comes on up. Number 9, Ethan Dillon, the keeper. Let's see what Boston does in this next possession. Boston will definitely want to score to try to keep this game close. Passing it off to number 3. Dances around, going back to number 9.
5 minutes, ref.
We have just passed the 5-minute mark. Passing back up, intercepted by number 6. Yeah, they have a free run at the goal and score. Tim Dole. 2 straight goals by UCLA as they take a 40-10 lead. Boston coming on up with the quad ball. Let's see what they do on this possession. They're looking. Number 9, Ethan Dillon, faces some pressure. Passes it off to number 19. Going back behind the hoops. Caught.
5:45. 5:45.
And it looks like it's a turnover. UCLA has the quad ball now. UCLA come on up, number 14. Adrian Perez driving, throwing just over the hoops. Saved in bounds, but recovered by Boston. And the keeper has it. Missed shot by UCLA, and Boston comes on up with the quad ball. Walking it up, let's see what they do here. The score is currently 40-10 in favor of UCLA. And a quick sub on Boston sideline. We have coming on in number 55, Autumn Munsell. Coming into chase. Autumn gets the ball right away. Coming on the right side behind the beaters. Coming back to number 9, Ethan Dillon. A little bit on the left side of the beaters, going on over to number 19. That would be Kai Samaya. Passing it back to number 9, Ethan Dillon. Driving in with a shot, but blocked at the hoops. And UCLA recovers. Adrian Perez wants to run, but I think Adrian sees the beaters and so slows it down a little bit. Adrian looking, passing it up to the top number 6, where Tim Dole is. Tim passes it back. Just a little long. Still in bounds, but Boston recovers. And we have a stoppage in play. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like on the far side, UCLA was out of bounds, and they're just having Boston inbound it from where the out of bounds spot was. Okay, so number 69 on Boston inbounds the ball, Logan Packard. Up to number 9, Ethan Dillon. Let's see what Boston does in this next possession. Ethan Dillon coming across, just about to pass mid-pitch. Pass it off to the left, number 19. Dancing around a little bit, Kai Samaya. Going in, throwing over the hoops to where Logan Packard was, but it looks like it's going to be a turnover. Suyama. All right. Meanwhile, back at hoops, number 6, Ethan Dillon. Sorry, number 6, Tim Dole coming across from UCLA. Crosses mid-pitch, throws number 14, Adrian Perez. It looks like it went through. There's no call yet. We're stopping play. Let's see what the call is here. Our head ref right now is Matt Bateman talking to the ARs. Let's see what the call will be. It looks like good goal. And that would be Adrian Perez's 3rd goal of the game. The score is currently 50-10 in favor of UCLA. Boston is running, though, ahead of the beater. Beater throws it ahead to try to get ahead of the defense or the offense. And ball still in bounds. Recovered by number 19. Passes to number 69, Logan Packard, who was called beat, threw after beat, turned over to UCLA anyway. It was beat. Thrown back. Now Boston has it. With a tackle, it looks like we're going to get a card here. And we might need to have another timeout. Let's hope that everyone's all right.
AT to pitch 1, please.
And we're going to have a timeout. We'll be back.
Go. Yellow card, illegal contact, reckless tackle. Number 6 keeper. Time? Absolutely. Timeout called by Boston. 1 minute timeout. Timeout.
Okay, so we now have an official timeout called by Boston, I think. The card on the play before the official timeout was reckless tackle by number 6 on UCLA. So they will spend 1 minute in the penalty box.
Did you see which team called their timeout? Dan, which team used their timeout? Boston used their timeout. Thank you. 9:35.
Game time is currently 9:35 as we have our 1 minute timeout. Currently the score is 50-10 in favor of UCLA. This is the D2 semifinals, so the winner of this game advances to the D2 finals. Let's see what happens here. Boston has had a really good few defensive plays, but UCLA has gotten through a handful of times, and they've had a good start to this game as they lead 50-10. 30 seconds left in the timeout. Let's see what happens here. All right, and it looks like both teams are heading back to brooms. And I believe Boston will have the quad ball here after the foul. It'll be held most likely by number 10, Reg 1, Hemel. All right. And Wise played a pass it back to number 69, Logan Packard. It looks like they were both clear. Boston is running. They might have a no-beater situation, but it's deflected. What a deflection. However, they do get beat by UCLA, but there's another Quadball player who scores. Wow. That was a goal by number 21 on UCLA, Saf Kilaroo. Meanwhile, Boston has a quad ball, and they score.
Red number, I want to say.
So a quick couple scores by both teams as UCLA comes running down, and they score again.
Blue.
And that score, it looks like, I want to say the same person scored that one as well. Nope, that was number 44. Matthew Wong. All right, so now Boston bringing the quad ball up the pitch. Number 9, Ethan Dillon passes off to number 69, Logan Packard. Passes it back out to number 9, Ethan Dillon. Beater exchange, throws, just misses the shot, recovered by UCLA. UCLA with the quad ball, currently walking through keeper zone, passing out of keeper zone, approaching mid-pitch. Meanwhile, Boston has set up on their defensive side. Score is currently 70-20 in favor of UCLA.
No, this is some paperwork. This isn't a recent thing. This
All
is
right,
a correction from
so
earlier.
Boston, UCLA with the quad ball passing up to number 44, Matthew Wong. Matthew looking, avoids the beat, drives in, passes, and it's scored. But we're going to get a stoppage.
Okay, so let's double check this paperwork during the stop.
Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, that goal's good.
Goal is good. The head ref confirms. The score is actually... They're double checking the score right now. The score down here says 80-30. Let's see if that's correct. And that last goal from UCLA was scored by number 21, Saf Keeleroo.
We did have one that bombed in, and it was a quick reset and coming through. Have you got 2 or 3?
I had 2 up until you told me the 3, and then which one did you have it on there? 2 screws there? No, I just put in one extra goal.
Oh, yeah, that should be 2. Okay, yeah, no worries. Returns discretion was just a strike. No, it should be 2.
All right, after checking the score, it is 80-20. So 80-20 in favor of UCLA. What's the time?
No, I know what hairy fighting looks like.
What time? All right, so Boston with the quad ball. Time right now is 11:35. Number 9, Ethan Dillon with the quad ball. Keeper for Boston. Looking around, just passing mid-pitch. Beater comes in front to protect number 9. Pass it off to number 69, Logan Packard. Gets a little pressure, throws it back to number 9, Ethan Dillon. There's a beater exchange near the hoops. Dillon drives, deflected again, and UCLA gets it. All right, so let's see what UCLA does on this possession. Ball is currently held by number 44, Matthew Wong. Coming up with the quad ball on the left side. Beater for UCLA more on the middle side. Their beater is number 32, Hunter Sauls. And it looks like Boston is in that Baylor defense with 3 quad ball players at hoops. There's some dodgeball exchanges. Missed shot. However, UCLA recovers near mid-pitch. They were called clear, but they got off room anyway. Boston might have a free shot at hoops. Number 69, Logan Packard gets pressure, though, and recovered by number 44, Matthew Wong. What a great defensive play by Boston there, but then UCLA comes right back at it to prevent an easy goal by Boston. Number 44, Matthew Wong with the quad ball right now, walking it up with number 32, Hunter Sauls, the dodgeball player. And Boston is back in that Baylor defense with 3 quad ball players at hoops. A little bit of a beater exchange. Dancing on with the quad ball, pass it up to the keeper, number 44. There's some dodgeball thrown, and pass, score. And that is goal by number 21. And another turnover. UCLA has the ball again. So UCLA has the ball. That's held by number 25. Driving in against that Trees defense. Looks like a score. Goal ref did call it good, but the head ref didn't officially call the score. Currently, the score is still 90-20, and the goal is good.
Bateman, what's 14:35? Okay, Bateman, what's the board current?
So right now the score is 100-20. UCLA with 2 quick goals just now. But now Boston with the quad ball. Number 9, Ethan Dillon. Coming across, gets pressure, throws it up. Gets some beater. There's some beater exchanges. And it's turned over. UCLA has the ball. They're running it up. Number 44, Matthew Wong. Gets around. Number 9, Ethan Dillon, who comes off broom. Number 21 from UCLA is beat, so that will be a no goal. So Boston will now have the quad ball. Again, that was number 9, Ethan Dillon. Boston currently down 8 goals, but I did commentate their game yesterday, and they did a good job coming back when they were down big, so let's see if Boston can do that again. So Boston, number 9, Ethan Dillon, dancing near the keeper's own line, backs up a little bit because there's pressure, throwing it off to number 17. I believe that says Blackbird. Throws it back up to number 9, Dillon. Dillon drives in, throws near the hoops, up a little high, recovered by Boston player, number 17, throws it back up towards the top where Dillon is. Dillon catches, pump fakes, and no goal. And there's pilage behind the hoops. And UCLA beater comes in. Good offensive play there by Boston. It just didn't come through. Good ball movement against UCLA's very feisty defense. We are just passing the 15-minute mark. Score is currently 120 in favor of UCLA. UCLA has some new players coming on. We have number 19 on UCLA coming onto the pitch, Sean Hong. Currently the ball is held by, quad ball is held by number 25 on UCLA. That would be Soliman Bentalab. Passing off to number 28. Missed the pass, rolls out of bounds. And that will be Boston's quad ball. Boston inbounding number 9. Pushed right out of bounds. It's going to be inbounded. We have a stoppage, but I think they're just going to try to inbound it. Fixing some dodgeball throws. 25 will have to inbound it from the spot where it was outbounded, if you want to call it that. Went out of bounds. So number 25, Soliman, plays cautiously. Boston's defense comes back to set up. Let's see what UCLA does this possession. Beater exchange from UCLA and Boston, or UCLA's beater was not beat. But Boston gets a good defensive play, totals it by the hoops, going down, making sure that nobody else can get the quad ball, and picked up by keeper Ethan Dillon. Boston coming on up with the quad ball. Currently, UCLA has beater control, which means they have 2 dodgeballs. Pass it off to number 10. Reg 1. Passing it back to number 9, Ethan Dillon. Dillon driving, shooting, scoring. Great goal by number 9, Ethan Dillon. It is currently 3,100 Boston. 3,100 UCLA leads. Boston with the most recent score. Keeper number 19 for UCLA coming across. 19, Sean Hong. Passes it back to number 14. Number 14, Adrian Perez, who has scored quite a few goals for UCLA. Let's see what happens here. Coming around the beaters. Dances around a little bit near the keeper's own line. And a good shot. Good goal. And that is the 4th goal of the game for number 14, Ethan Perez. Aiden Perez. Number 9, Ethan Dillon coming across mid-pitch with the quad ball. Trying to answer back after UCLA's most recent score. Passes off number 17, Blackburn. Blackburn gets some pressure. Passes it back to number 9, Ethan Dillon. Behind 2 dodgeball players, both armed with dodgeballs. Ethan Dillon drives, shoots, deflected, caught by Boston player, but they were beat by UCLA player. So now Aiden Perez comes across. Aiden Perez with the quad ball, looking around, seeing what they can do. Aiden Perez passes off to number 28, Lucas Hager. Lucas throws it back to number 20. Throws it back to number 27 at the hoops, but it's deflected and taken away by Boston. Good defensive play there by Boston. And it looks like Boston will make a quick chaser sub. Boston gets pressured. They were beat. It is blue ball. They're calling blue ball, so UCLA's ball. And then number 28, Lucas Hager, has the quad ball. Passes it off to number 14, Aiden Perez. Aiden deflects the beat, it looks like. Aiden going up against a dodgeball player. Deflects another beat. Driving around. Driving. Continuing. Dunking it in. 2 straight goals for number 14, Aiden Perez. 120-30, UCLA leads. We're at the 19-minute mark. 1 minute until intermission. At intermission, we'll have a brief halftime, and then the flag runner will come on out, and we'll have a 6-goal score cap. So, currently number 9, Ethan passed it off to number 17, Blackburn. Blackburn passed it back, head beat to number 8. and recovered by UCLA. All right, so let's see what happens here. Number 6 for UCLA, Tim Dull, who currently has a quad ball, coming up on the right side. We're at the 20-minute mark, so this will be the final possession before intermission. If UCLA scores, then they get another score. If not, then the score will stay as is.
10, 9,
Never mind, 10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
UCLA dancing around.
3, 2, 1.
All right, now it is 20 minutes. Now it is last possession before intermission.
20 minutes, last possession. 20 minutes.
Or we're stopping.
Last possession for BU.
We're clarifying that it is last possession.
The ball was in the air. BU took control before the countdown had ended. Right. Not last possession. That's your broom.
All right, we're going back to brooms. Boston has one more possession before halftime. There was a bit of confusion, but everything is all cleared up now. Score is currently 120-30 in favor of UCLA. Boston has one last chance to score and get one more point in before halftime or intermission. Number 7 on Boston does a quick beat on number 11 from UCLA. Boston with a quick beater sub right now. Number 9, Ethan Dillon, passes off to number 17, Blackburn. Gets pressure. Gets off broom. But it looks like there is a beater exchange. And number 8, Zachary, comes across with it and scores. But it looks like there's going to be a call.
Stoppage.
So there is a stoppage right now. Should the goal stand, it'll be 120-40. But we'll see what the ref call is here. And if the goal stands, that score was scored by number 8, Zachary D'Onofrio. All right, so here is the call, if you didn't hear it. Player on Boston was off broom, continued to play, so that is a yellow card. And because that happened, everything that happened afterwards is null and void, which means that the goal is no good. So the score is currently 120-30 in favor of Boston. We are at intermission, and we will come back after the break.
Set score should be.
All right, so we are coming back. Welcome back. My name is Carlton Clinkscales. I'm your commentator for this game. This game between UCLA and Boston University Quadball. The score is currently 120-30 in favor of UCLA. Because it is intermission, we now have a 60-goal score cap, or 60-point score cap. So whoever reaches 181st wins the game. Boston will send out their seeker, number 69, Logan Packard, to catch the flag runner. And it looks like number 32 from UCLA, that would be number 32, Hunter Sauls, will be the seeker against the flag runner as well. Flag runner, if caught, will be 35 points to whichever team catches. Seekers will have 10 seconds before they are released at the start. And game resumes. All right, so quad ball held by number 6, Tim Dull on UCLA. Exits the keeper zone line, and the seekers are released. So now we have the full game going. All right, so let's see what UCLA does here. UCLA moving pretty slowly with the quad ball, throws it off to number 14. Blocks the beat, passes to number 7, gets beat before, but number 14, Aiden Perez, gets the quad ball, blocks another dodgeball attempt, another beat attempt, and score. Goal. That is Aiden Perez's 5th goal of the game, I recall, if I recall correctly. So now the score is currently 1-30-30 in favor of UCLA. All right. So ball is currently held by number 9. Quad ball is held by number 9. Dylan passing off to number 66. Going back to number 9 on Boston, who comes across, tries to shoot it, gets it back to number 8, Zachary Donofrio. And after a beat, it is turned over, and UCLA has the ball. Good defensive stand there by UCLA. And UCLA with the quad ball. Walking up near where the flag runner is. Up near mid-pitch. Tim Dull, let's see what he does here. Tim drives, comes around, passes it back to number 14, Aiden Perez. Deflects a beat with the quad ball, and scores. That is 4 straight goals for number 14, Aiden Perez on UCLA. And the score is currently 140-30. Number 9, Ethan Dillard with the quad ball coming on up. With the quad ball, passes it off number 55. I can see the number now. All right, or 58. It is 55. All right. Ethan Dillon passes it back behind the hoops to number 8. Going back up top to number 9. That will be a reset. So a reset is when the quad ball goes behind the midline. Number 9, Ethan Dillon, deflects the quad ball. But it looks like we have a catch by UCLA. A catch, flag runner catch, flag catch. If it is a good catch, then the score will be 170, if my math is correct. 175, because of 35. And if the catch is good, then UCLA will only need 1 goal to win. 180 is the set score.
After review, catch is good.
So the catch is good. Caught by number 32, Hunter Sauls on UCLA. The score is 175-30. All right, good passing by Boston here. However, it is recovered by UCLA. And now UCLA has a quad ball, and Boston sets up their defense. Pressures number 14 on UCLA. Number 6 passes it behind to number 7. Number 7 shoots. Good deflection there by Boston to save the goal. Boston doesn't want this game to end. Boston running it up, throws it to number 9. It's intercepted by number 27. They get beat. And number 17 and number 55 are beat from Boston. Good play there by UCLA's beaters. Passes it back and scored by number 14. And that will be the game. Our final score here, from the D2 semifinals. 185 UCLA, 30 Boston. Great game by both teams. Boston showed a lot of fight there, but UCLA comes out with the win and will advance to the D2 finals. Congratulations to UCLA. Congratulations to Boston on a very good season. My name is Carlton Clinkscales. I was your commentator. See you next time.